I found this Heathkit AJ-43C in the recycle bin. It was being thrown away. This is from March 1965, the catalog of March 1965. It went for $129 back then, which was quite a bit of money. I started looking at this thing, and it had some pretty well-aged semiconductors and resistors inside of this thing, and I decided I'm going to just strip the whole thing. I mean, everything down to the board, and replace it all other than the coils. This is the multiplex circuit here, and it had some pretty bad carbon resistors on it, especially that were getting corroded. The person who built it didn't do too bad of a job. Some of the wires are a little bit melted, but not really too bad at all. So it's a matter of taking all this apart and redoing it with new parts. The unit is totally germanium transistors, all germanium transistors. But I'm going to just pull every part off of the boards, clean the boards, replace all of the resistors. I'm going to keep the transistors if they test out okay. The germanium are a little harder to find now. And get all these parts off of there. I first took all the coils off, and then I'm just going to remove everything else, test the transistors, clean the board in isopropyl alcohol once it's a bare board, and replace all of the parts. So here I cleaned the board, all the parts are removed, and then I'm going to start adding all the new parts. Here are some of the old ones. All of the capacitors, the electrolytics, tested bad. They were all either leaky or open, so those definitely needed changed anyway. So I have a schematic. I actually was able to find the manual for this thing a long time ago, so I've had it. I got this like 5 years ago before I started working on it. So now I'm replacing the resistors, and then we'll get the capacitors in there, and this will be the first board that I'll have finished, and I still will have to do the tuner and the IFs and change the power supply capacitors and so on. So the multiplex board here is almost back together. Got the capacitors changed, and I bought this thing to test the transistors, but I noticed that the emitter collector is reversed on the readout. So that was kind of weird for this tester to be malfunctioning like that. There's supposed to be emitter base collector on this particular transistor, and this reads it backwards. Collector base emitter. So there's a flaw. So I went back to my old one to test transistors, and it works fine. This one I've had for maybe 15 years or so. So anyway, back to the project here. Got all the transistors tested and back in the board. They were all fine. So now we're going to clean up the chassis a little bit and start on the next project here. It's going to be the AMIF circuit. So stripping all the parts off of that, and going to change the resistors and capacitors, and at least the electrolytic capacitors. A lot of the disc ceramics were fine, tested out fine. So we got the board cleaned, got the parts, the newer parts mounted back on it, and that'll be ready to go. This is the FM tuner. Got a little bit of rust on it, but it had an issue inside where there was a lead on a resistor that had turned green and busted off. So I had to really work on that thing to get it going. And this is the FMIF. So again, we stripped all the parts off of it. And we've got the resistors and new capacitors mounted now. And the IF cans. So that board is now ready to go. So now I have all the PC boards with all new parts mounted on them. And now it's time to do the rewiring. Get all the wires put back. This is where the manual was really handy. Although I took photos of everything before taking it apart. This is the power supply. I got rid of the Zener diode and put a tab regulator in there, LM317, for the 9 volts, and replaced the Zener, and of course changed the capacitors also. So that gives it a little bit more accurate 9 volt regulation. So the tuner is ready to go, and I have all the wiring redone, and it should be about ready to fire up. And I'm sure I'll have to do some alignment, so we'll get that done and test the thing out and see how it goes.
Dancing makes me wild. Floor kicking, bebop around we go. Dancing by all the friends we know. Yes, we're putting on quite a show. So much zest we have to blow.
I had to tune really fast on the FM side here because if I land on anything with music, YouTube will flag it. I'm using a local FM transmitter to play some music that YouTube won't have a problem with to test the tuner. This is the manual selections underneath the front panel. Most of it is for the FM multiplex, and you can kind of dial it in pretty good. The separation is excellent on this multiplexer. So this tuner really works nice, and I have the matching power amp for the next project.